Welcome to the SwitchClicksPodcast, episode 61, recorded on November 30th, 2021. Tonight's topic of choice is technically a follow-up to episode 32 of the podcast, where Nintendo announced that Niantic is developing a Pikmin mobile game. Well, the game has finally released as Pikmin Bloom, and we're here to talk about our experiences since its launch. My name is Dakota, and today I'm joined by Nathan.
Hello.
We are, unfortunately, the only two who have played the game in the last month.
Unfortunately, our friends haven't. They've been busy with Pokemon,
Pokemon
Gen 4
Go.
remakes.
Or that. And to be fair, we've also been busy with Zelda month. Yay!
Yes, that too.
And when you're hearing this, it's no longer Zelda month. Too bad, so sad.
Can't wait for next year.
Yeah, we got lots planned. Anyways, yeah, the game came out on October 26th. It's a fun game.
It is indeed very fun.
Like, it's fun in the way that it's addicting, and it scratches some sort of itch that I haven't found yet.
Yeah, it's weird because it's like there's no sort of incentive to go log in every day, yet you want to play it every day.
Yeah, and like the collectability is still fun when there's not as much variety. Like in Pokemon Go, made by the same people, there's how many Pokemon, and now it's a little overwhelming. But
yeah,
and I think there's 6 different type of Pikmin, maybe 7.
I believe it was 7. Well, it's the number of colors.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot more simple and it's easier to pick up compared to Pokemon Go.
Yeah, and I'm like, I think in the episode 32, I predicted it was going to be some kind of walking simulator.
Yeah,
that didn't do much, and they
definitely
went past expectations, but not by a long shot.
It was just enough that the game was still simple, but it was also it had like a level of complexity to it that you don't need to know about.
Yeah, and basically, for those who've never played it, it is a walking simulator. It will simulator in the way that you don't need to do much. Like, it's a very passive game. It'll track your steps. If you're on Apple, it'll just use the gyro in your Apple Watch if you're connected to that, or in your phone. It will just use like the health app, whatever information it gets from that.
Android has something similar. They tell you to use, I think, Google Fit. And they also track your steps through phones, and I think the smartwatches have it too.
Yeah, they just get that information and uses your GPS also to figure out where you are.
It's a really neat thing. I have to say, sometimes you might end up racking like thousands of steps, and sometimes it doesn't work at all.
Yeah, and like I'm not like a healthy, conscious type of person to like think about how many steps I'm taking in a day and how many calories it'll burn. So like this is very passive to me, and I have an Apple Watch that works too. And like on an average work day, I've seen that I've gotten probably between 6,000 to 9,000 steps in a day.
Oh my gosh!
I work like maybe between 5 and 7 hours. So
yeah.
For you, what's your average in a work day?
Well, because I'm stuck at home most of the day with school, I typically get like 1,000 to 3,000 steps. Lowest I've gotten was probably 150 steps.
Yeah, like today I haven't left the house and I got 200.
Yeah. Whenever I do go to work, it could go probably up to 5,000 steps. Well, I guess in total, because I have to also ride a streetcar there, which for some reason it works sometimes doesn't work, and I get about like 1,000 steps from there. And at work itself, I rack up about 3,000 steps per shift. Maybe 11. Well, actually, my highest so far was 11,000 from a 8-hour shift.
Yeah, I never really realized how much I walk at a grocery store.
Yeah, it's a bit of a thing that it's a bit like you kind of just overlook it most of the time you're playing this game.
Like I never open my health app.
Me neither.
And the mechanics that they use is like, it's a collectathon. You gotta find what is it called, the seedlings?
Seedlings and fruits.
Sapling seedlings, and then the certain amount of steps, kind of in the Pokemon Go egg style, and then you'll hatch the seedling or grow the seedling.
Grow them, I
And
guess. Yeah.
yeah, and then you'll get the different Pikmin. At first, when you start the game, it's like, okay, cool. I got red, blue, and maybe yellow Pikmin. They don't do much. But once you get to the later ones, like I'm level 22, you'll unlock the different other colored Pikmin. The pink one that flies, the white one that I'm not too sure what the white one does
I'm
yet.
not sure either.
I think the
Purple one's
purple
really
one is just
strong.
bigger and he's
It's
stronger.
yeah. I'm not sure about the
Um,
rock ones in
I think
artwork.
he's also stronger, but he's very slow with walking.
Oh no.
Yeah. Like maybe he's like double the purple one or something, but he's half
Yeah.
the speed.
Yep.
Um, yeah, and then you can bring these Pikmin and send them off to expeditions. That'll get you more seedlings. You can get, I guess, fruit to turn into nectar, to turn into flowers. That'll turn into flowers on the ground that you can grow in your area.
Hmm. And then
Sort
they
of
also
step
have
by step basis, right?
yeah, and then they also have this these like giant locations that you can send your pigmen to, giant mushrooms that you can get them to destroy. Uh I haven't played Pokemon Go to exactly remember this, but I think it mimics either the gyms or the raid system from Pokemon Go.
I think it's
Dakota.
mostly the gym system, but
Yeah, it's kind of like the gym system where you
yeah,
just send them off to battle. You send off like, a team into battle, and then
yeah.
others can join in.
I'd say the only difference is for the mushrooms is you can you can go around, say, your local city and
Yeah,
find a bunch of them, come home, and now you have a bunch of mushrooms unlocked
yeah,
that you'll find. So you can go send your army of Pikmin. Um, and I don't know if you know this, but the color of the mushroom, if you send the color of Pikmin, it'll do more damage.
yep. That's
Nice.
also they destroying each mushroom gives you like a 3-star rating, like one out of well, yeah, 3-star rating
Yeah.
system and a bunch of points. I still don't know how to get 3 stars yet.
I don't even know how to get 2 stars.
I've gotten 2 stars before, I think twice.
Hmm.
Um, it was one of these smaller red mushrooms, and I sent all my reds there, and it destroyed it within like 2 minutes. But I only got 2 stars.
Yeah. I seem to just always just send a bunch of them and then forget about it 2 hours later, and then I come
Yeah,
back and it's like, "Oh, I did that."
yeah. Um, the game also has all these flowers lying around that you can like visit. They sort of actually I don't even know what the point of them are is for. Like
Um, honestly, I'm not sure because like, you can plant if you get into its vicinity, you can plant
yeah.
flowers and it'll bloom, and then I think it does all the effects of,
Oh right,
flower planting?
yes, it
But yeah.
boosts your planting speed. So, like it multiplies the steps by like, I don't know, 15% or something if you're near a
Yeah.
flower.
For
Um
your probably your seedlings too grow faster.
yeah, your seedlings would definitely grow faster. And planting more flowers would speed up the process of that giant flower to come up.
Like, I
Uh
think that's a cool idea, but I also feel like the vicinity for those giant flowers isn't that big. So,
no,
like,
it's definitely not generous at all.
if you just walk around this one area for it could be like 5-10 minutes. You kind of look weird, don't you?
Well, I do have an excuse for myself because I'm actually staying temporarily at another house, and it just so happens that down the block, um, I'm actually inside a circle. I can show you a picture of it,
Yeah, I
but
think you mentioned that on the community
yeah, I
Discord
mentioned
there.
it earlier on the server. But yeah, I'm basically living there for a month, and yeah, yeah, it's
So
it's
wait,
it's
do you just like walk around one side of your house for 10 minutes
um
back and forth?
I guess you could say, yeah, I could walk back and forth inside the house, in one side of the house. But in some cases, I think it's how they program the game. But if you start planting flowers, it automatically shifts your position over into that vicinity if you're close enough, and then it'll count as flowers being planted there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a broken strategy, but like At the same time, because I'm at this house, I'm not moving as much, so I'm not sure if it makes much of a difference.
Yeah, I haven't had much of a like when I'm at work, my job area is big enough. Like I walk around the entire store the entire time. It's a grocery store, it's massive. So
Yep.
I'm gonna rack up points. So sometimes after my breaks, I throw on some whatever I have maxed out. So like I have 200 white petals that'll last me 100 minutes. So I'll throw
Yeah.
that on, and I'll plant how many flowers just around this little area.
Hmm.
And earlier on, like I downloaded the game day one that it was available in Canada. I think we got it earlier than the US too.
Uh, one day. No, I think we got the same day.
I could be
Same
wrong.
day. Because
Yeah,
I thought it was Singapore that got it one day earlier.
yeah. I know Australia got it first. Like that
Australia got it
was
first for sure.
yeah. Um, but yeah, in the first few days, I didn't see any flowers being planted around us.
Yeah, same.
But slowly over time, once you get closer to our downtown area and up to our like university area, there's a lot of plants. There's a lot of
Yeah,
flowers.
yep, there are so many. Um, Actually, there are still some patches that are just completely empty, which it's a little sad to see, but at the same time, it means that you get the ability to plant first there.
Yeah. Like
But yeah, there.
I literally have a park and like a pathway behind my house, and that nowadays is always full, which
Oh
is
my
kind of cool to
gosh.
see.
Yeah,
I wish there was some kind of incentive to plant more flowers, though. Like the more
yeah.
flowers you plant, sure it gives you XP. Actually, it barely gives you XP unless
It
to level
barely.
up you
Yeah.
need it. And then I
Speed.
guess to get
Yeah.
more seedlings.
Yeah. It's not. There's not really much of an incentive to plant. I mean, it just changes what the map looks like, but barely enough. You still have a lot of green patches.
Yeah, I wish there was more variety on the map or something. Like maybe the
Yeah.
green grass would permanently turn a different color depending on what color was planted. I guess that
You
might be
know,
a lot of data to store, but
it'd be a cooler idea to see. This is taking some cues from Splatoon, but maybe have like
oh,
a
turf
do
wars.
you remember splat zones from Splatoon?
Yes.
Yeah, so the amount of flowers you plant in that area means that you automatically claim that area's color. Like that color will be designated to what the flower is.
Oh
It's
yeah.
similar to the big flowers in this game. And what if that was what if it was like that combined with the Pokemon Go gyms?
Yeah, that could be really interesting where you're a part of probably one of maybe 7 teams, which would probably be a lot.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
and you go to the different flowers and I guess claim them for your team, and it only lasts for a
yeah,
certain amount of time, but still.
it'd be based on the type of flower you planted, and
Yeah, maybe expanding on that Splatoon idea, it could literally be, uh, literally turf wars.
yeah, turf war.
So, like, maybe a week or so you don't have to do it all the time because, of course, you want the different colors on the map of the different flowers, but, like, a week in a month, it's
Yeah.
turf war time, and you have to go walk around your city, and depending on where you place the flowers is where you claim the land. That would be really cool.
You know what? Maybe that's an idea for a Splatoon mobile game.
Honestly, I would take it. That
I
sounds
would
really
take
fun.
it too.
Imagine the dumb things that people would like if you zoom out on a city, you'll see like a giant smiley face or, something else, but
Oh my god.
that's unavoidable with that customization.
Yeah. Speaking of which, when you mentioned zoom out, I did actually zoom out on the map, and I gotta say, for the most part, it looks underwhelming, to say the least.
Yeah, like
The
they
flower,
use the same graphics as Pokemon Go to a point, and they use all the same
yeah.
data, but for some reason it looks a lot less lively than Pokemon Go.
Not only that, but there are so many green spots on the map left. Like the flowers take up so little space. Even the largest patches of flowers are just so minuscule compared to the entire map.
I think the flowers only last like a week. I feel like they should last a lot longer
Or be permanent.
or be permanent. Yeah, I'd take
Yeah,
permanent too.
yeah. That would have been a much better idea considering how few people actually play this game right now.
I don't know. Have you seen screenshots of the game in Tokyo? Because that looks crazy.
Well, I didn't hear that.
Have you seen screenshots in Tokyo?
Oh shoot,
Oh, your internet might be
can't
dying.
hear. Yeah, repeat that.
Yep. Hopefully you can hear me now.
Yeah, it's good
Okay,
now.
good. Have you seen any of the screenshots of the game in Tokyo?
No, not yet actually.
Because that is crazy. It is
Uh,
completely full of flowers.
oh, I'm not surprised. their their lifestyle is a lot more mobile than us.
That's true. And also, I assume because they're also a lot more packed in.
Yeah, it's a lot
Well,
more dense there too.
yeah,
Which
and
reminds me, like,
Nintendo fans, and
yeah,
there's
exactly.
probably a lot there.
Imagine what would Toronto look like if we went up there.
It would probably be pretty full if you go into like the main GTA area, kind
Yeah,
of.
I'd imagine be filled because even with this little people playing Pikmin, there's going to be a large number there.
Yeah, and again, it is a very passive game, so
Yeah,
you
like
don't need to keep opening the app.
you don't. Yeah, all you literally need to do is just open the app, tap on the flowers, and then close the app, and then walk.
And
Literally all you have to do.
I also think I prefer this over Pokemon Go now because I
Oh
don't know
my
if you
gosh,
played Pokemon Go
same.
recently, but Pokemon Go has just so many Pokemon, and the only Pokemon you can get that you want, like if you want
It,
a Charizard, if you want what's any legendary or like third evolution Pokemon, you have to go to
yeah,
a raid and get it that
yeah,
way.
it's overinflated at this point, and each time they add a Pokemon, it just increases that rarity for all of them, really.
Yeah, because I think they added shinies, which is kind of dumb, but I guess it's I guess you can
That's
add
even
that.
worse, yeah.
Um, and then they also added just yeah, more Pokemon again.
And they're adding Pokemon Legends, for CS Pokemon as well.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
I can't believe it's still one of the most popular games. I never put a single dollar or single penny into it, but it was still fun in 2016.
I honestly don't see how it continues to be successful. But I guess that's kind of just a Pokemon thing when you think about it.
There must be like a small team of like Pokemon Go maximalists that just they just min max the entire game.
Oh, yeah, that sounds for someone dedicating time to mobile games. Oh boy,
I wonder
that's a
if you
whole
could
different
min
beast.
max Pikmin Bloom.
Min max, that could be me. Well, I guess you can't really min max Pikmin Bloom. Think about it, unless you start spending money on it.
Yeah, I also feel like Pokemon. Sorry, let me redo that thought. um, I also feel like Pikmin Bloom doesn't have the kind of social aspect as much.
Yeah, that's one thing I found was a bit disappointing too. Like I was expecting to see a lot more people, but you're just by yourself, and you occasionally get stuff from friends. But like
Yeah,
other than
like
that, there's no interaction.
there's like two interactions. There's like the first one is tiny, and you when you get these little postcards for finishing mushrooms or going to
Yeah, yeah.
different giant. I don't know who's who, but did
Nice,
his thing on one back from
nice.
Tokyo. That was cool. Which I find odd because it's kind of tedious to click on a person, click on the postcard, and then click
Yeah,
send, and then wait
there's
for the
really
animation.
yeah the amount of time it takes to do that just kind of takes away that incentive to even send a postcard.
Yeah, and on the other side, there's oh, when you're planting flowers, you can switch this, you can flip this switch, and then you can see other people planting flowers. But what's
Uh,
the point of
Yeah,
that?
what's the point of that, honestly? It'd be nice if you were to it'd be nice if you were able to link up with like a friend or something and then you two be walking together and then it
Yeah.
would like give like like a hidden bonus or something, an extra bonus.
Yeah, I guess theoretically that's how it should work. Like, I haven't been able to test it yet because nobody I know plays it other than you, but haven't seen you in real life how many months?
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I hope there's more like a community base around it. And I also feel like Pokemon Go, when it was at its peak popularity, you got the giant hordes of people that were like, "Oh my gosh, there's a Charizard over there. We got to go get it." And then you'd see the the wave of people going by.
Yeah.
But with Pikmin Bloom, what are you gonna see? Like a line of people, barely,
Yeah,
maybe
it's
playing their phone. But like when somebody's playing Pokemon Go on their phone, you look at their fingers and you know they're playing Pokemon Go.
yeah, you definitely
They're
know they're
flicking
playing
it.
Pokemon Go. You compared that to Pikmin where you don't really have to use your fingers aggressively.
Yeah. Again,
Like
it's a passive game, so you can stick it
yeah,
in your pocket the entire day, come back, and there you go.
yeah. Even when you're like feeding your Pikmin, all you have to do is literally just drag your fingers across the screen. You don't have to aggressively throw a piece of nectar towards them.
Yeah. When I first started, I put like single nectars out, and then I realized you could just pick it up and put it on top of them.
You just hold the whole thing and just get them to jump up and grab it.
Yeah, I think Pikmin Bloom does have a future, but they
Yeah.
need to work on it,
Yeah, they need to work on it hard or it will die pretty quickly.
which is unfortunate because it's kind of cool.
Yeah, especially since we barely have any Pikmin games to begin with.
Yeah, like
This is the
I
fifth
think I'll
Pikmin game ever.
yeah, I think I'll totally stick with it, but I'm not sure how long I will.
Yeah, it's kind of like the thing you want to check every day, but eventually you'll just stop doing it.
Yeah, like mobile games, I get addicted to mobile games for maybe a week or two. I'm surprised it stayed with a month with this thing,
Yeah, same here.
but it's somewhat addicting, and the requirements to level up are really low. So,
Yeah, you only get like two objectives and boom, that's it.
and one of them is passive. So,
Yeah. Can I just say though that microtransactions in this game are actually nice and not like in your face?
yeah, they aren't that bad.
Yeah, they aren't that bad at all. Like they're so optional. All they do is save time. They're not like very overpowered.
Yeah, like I haven't found. I think I found one time that I was considering it, but
Or
like I think it might have been for the starter pack, 279 Canadian for a starter pack. But then I
kidding
look
me.
into it, you get 5 single use slots. Single use slots, those are
What
useless.
the heck?
You get 100. You get 100 of 3 different petals, so you get 300 petals and 4 special nectar.
That is
Um,
a ripoff.
in the long run, that is a ripoff.
Yeah, in the long run, that's a ripoff. You can do that within a couple of days.
And then the Bloom pack, which is like the most expensive one, which is
Gosh.
1,400 coins, which roughly translates to about $20. Wow.
$20?
Yeah.
Who would ever want to spend that much money?
It gets you 600 petals of like the pansy petals, so those are extra
That
special, I
is.
guess. 12 special
Oh.
nectar, 10 detectors, which I haven't had a use for detectors yet.
You get like
And
one
then
free detector every
15.
day.
You do?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, I haven't been using them. And then you get 15 special slots.
What
Slots.
is that? Like that's like complete ripoff.
Special slots are literally single-use slots, but they just grow it faster.
What? Yeah, that's complete. Yeah, like what sort of incentive would you have to pay money for that if this is a passive game and you're going
Yeah.
to be doing stuff anyway? You're going to put this in your pocket anyways.
Even I have a feeling like they also have the upgrades for nectar storage, flower petal storage, Pikmin storage, and seedling storage.
Yeah.
Those are all 279 each. I feel like that could be more useful, but I'm also not going to spend that kind of money.
Yeah, especially
Because like,
considering there's no end goal to this.
yeah, if there was like, I can understand it in Pokemon Go, they kind of just moved it over. Like in Pokemon Go, you want as many Pokemon as possible, or you can turn them
Yeah.
into candies. I think. right? You can just grind up some Pokemon.
Oh my gosh, that sounds dark.
And I feel like the Pikmin storage, paying $279, yes, it's expensive, but eventually I have a feeling people will start paying for it because you'll be running out of space for Pikmin.
Yeah, but like, you really need that many Pikmin for a game that you barely even touch every day.
That's true.
Like, all it does is save time. Like, that's the whole thing about this game. It's like everything you pay for here, all it is if you're impatient, then go for it. But other than that, there's no real incentive to pay.
Oh yeah, have you gathered any different like special Pikmin with the costumes?
Yeah, a lot of them actually.
Let me see if I can pull mine up.
I got we. I assume you got the Mario one that they gave at launch.
Yeah, that one was cool.
Yeah.
I have mostly red Pikmin and yellow Pikmin, and like the street versions where they just have like a green button on them with a different letter,
Oh yeah, same here.
and then like the plant ones. Um,
Yeah,
I think the
I
few
got.
special ones they do have is red Pikmin with a chef's hat,
I have
a
that
blue Pikmin with a toothpaste on him,
toothpaste. I have one with the toothbrush.
a toothbrush, and a little swirl of toothpaste on top.
Yeah, I have that one.
Yeah, that's from a local pharmacy. You're really literally right next to my work.
Same.
So,
I have one with a. I think it's a beetle hat. No, it's a beetle hat.
what kind of category is that?
It's part of the forest category, I think.
Oh, I haven't walked in any forests lately.
I have a acorn. Actually, I have two of them that have acorns.
Hmm.
Oh wait, I have three of them that have acorns. Never mind. I don't know how I'm getting a lot of acorns. I have the chef's hat that you mentioned earlier. I have a rose. Oh no, it's a clover. Do you have
Whoa.
the one with the clover where they kind of wear the whole thing?
I have the park ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
I
you
have
do,
the red and yellow.
do you have the cafe?
I don't. I don't have any of those guys. I really want them, but I'm not in downtown as often as I want to.
You don't necessarily. Well, I guess you could just easily pass by a cafe and then you'll more than likely get one. But like, you need to be if you're in a car ride or like busing or anything, you got to be really really fast if you want to get those,
Yeah.
and you also got to be lucky too.
One that I have that I can guarantee you don't have is a purple Pikmin with a brush and like scissors for haircuts.
Damn it, I definitely don't have
That one was
that.
like completely coincidental. Coincidental. I went to get my haircut at like a really special barber, and
Yeah,
they had a plant like right on top of them. They had
yeah,
one of the giant flowers, and then I
yeah.
got that. It was like one of the special ones that came with a thing, so I didn't even have to level it up.
Oh, wow.
So I got really lucky, and the design is cool. So
Yeah. The most unique one I have is probably a bottle cap purple Pikmin wearing two bottle caps for a hat.
dang, I really want to get the movie theater collection,
Oh,
but
same.
there's only like two around us, so
Hold on, let's see here. Yeah, there's enough of them, but going to the theaters is not that easy.
there's one like lower city, upper city, and that's it.
In other words, you have to travel a little farther.
Yeah, I think I'll get them eventually, but it might
Hmm.
take a bit.
Is there anything else we missed? Oh, right. I'm not. I'm a bit picky about this game, not letting you explore the map freely. As in, you can't zoom all the way out and move around the map to look at other spots you go to.
Oh yeah, when I first started the game, I was actually kind of mad that I couldn't do that.
Yeah, and it's so bad because the game teases you whenever you look on the expeditions map. It shows you the areas that you've been to and areas that you haven't with the green patches.
Oh yeah,
It almost looks like you can go, like you can explore, like you can check around, but like you there's not really much that you could do. Like you can technically see the world map, but there's no flowers.
hmm. Yeah, you get like that little fuzz of flowers only.
Yeah. and like couple footsteps here and there, but it doesn't really show you much.
And to me, it's only white flowers. They should like change it up a bit.
Yeah, it gets a little boring. And the problem is, it only shows your own data. It doesn't show the whole world.
Yeah.
Like, as in, it doesn't show the progress that's been made in other parts by other people, which kind of makes the map look really bland. Because I mean, who's going to travel the world for this game?
Well, I've seen some I've seen some funny stories on Twitter, and it was like, oh, I think the guy lived in Ohio, and he
Yeah.
went to Florida for Thanksgiving. And since he played the game while he was in Florida, he got a guy. He hatched a few Pikmin, and he got them to whatever the max level is, 4 hearts. And they want to go back to their homeland.
Oh my gosh!
To get the special item or the little costume.
Yeah.
So it was like, it's what, a 6-hour? No, it was probably a 6-day trek there and back that he had to wait for this Pikmin to come back. And he's still on his way, but he has to go halfway across the country.
Yeah. You want to know what's insane though? Imagine if that guy went to Antarctica, because it's on the map. Like, it's literally, they actually have like, if you go into the world map section, there's this big white empty space, and you're wondering what will happen if you actually went there with this.
If I honestly can't wait until I can travel again just to play this game. Like, if I ever get to Tokyo and I just gather a bunch of them, and now I come home and have to wait like a week for them to come back.
Oh my god. That's when the game will get really interesting. And I hope that becomes possible sooner or later.
Yeah. It would be kind of cool if they had like country specific costumes too.
Yeah, like some exclusives based on location. It kind of gives you incentive to travel.
Give us Timbits sponsored ones.
Now, okay. If you were to rank this game on play by tier, what would you rank it as?
It's a solid B, I would say. Like, it's not amazing that I'm like totally addicted to it. I'm gonna spend my money on it like S tier. But it's a fun game. It's a good mobile game.
Yeah, it's up there, isn't it? Yeah, I'd probably say the same. B tier for this game.
And as long as they keep updating it with new features, it could become an A.
Yeah, become an A. Not so sure about an S, but definitely
mobile games will never be an S tier.
I don't expect any mobile games. Even
flash forward to like 10 years from now, we're still doing this stuff, and there's a mobile game in S tier.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us and discussing Pikmin Bloom. We'd love it if you could follow us on Twitter and listen to future episodes on Spotify and iTunes. Join our community Discord server to continue today's discussion. And we'll see you next time on the Switch Clicks podcast.